We gotta really enjoy our process. I mean, me just making a damn video, I'm in my process because I had to do so much like configurations, but that's the process. even though it makes you like, damn, because it really was, it was even making me think about like, do I even feel like doing the video? That's what the process will bring out of you. It's like, do you really want it? So that's really what the blessing of the process is. So beauty is pain, and pain is even beauty. How? I'll tell you. In that pain, there's something that is birthed. It begins to be just a new version of you. You've never even seen it. You never knew what this could happen. You never knew that almost when you wanted to just end everything, boom, the grace of God comes. Because it's not you. It doesn't come from your own power. So you kind of get to a point where you're like, wow. Some people, God does, bless them. They end up becoming more prideful. So we all know moments where we didn't know how we were going to be saved from. It was God. No matter if you think you don't believe or what. Stop living in a fantasy. When you don't want to accept something, you just want to live in a lie. It's okay. Not everybody's ready to wake their eyes up and begin to walk in their path. Here's my verse. That's what I want to get into because it's the most important part. I looked up on Google Bible verses that will speak about the process, like what does it say? I'm curious. I never looked it up. I'm not gonna act like I have. I'm trying to see which one actually makes sense because sometimes they be throwing in. Ecclesiastes 8:6. For there is a proper time and procedure for every delight, though a man's trouble is heavy upon him. Wow. Let's slow it back, rewind. My back is sore. Like I'm telling you, that workout was good. For there is a proper time. It is a specific, set, proper. What does proper mean? Like, let's look that word up. Truly what something is said or regarded to be. Genuine. So there's a correct time. A genuine time. And procedure for every delight. Because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Oh, see, King James he be going in. So for every purpose, everything God does, there is time and judgment. Sometimes we think judgment is a bad word, but let's just look it up. In law of court regarding, so God is going to make a decision. So he decides things. He's very decisive. He's masculine. If y'all didn't know that. Judgment also means discernment. Wow. So because to every purpose there is time and there is discernment. Let's say that. Wow. That means he makes wise decisions. God don't just be doing crazy stuff. Wow. Therefore the misery of man is great upon him. Oh my God. That one has me kind of like, wow. Okay, misery means discomfort, so therefore the discomfort of man is great upon him. Oh shoot. Got hella versions. The modern King James Version. Because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of a man is great on him. So same thing. So what do y'all really think that means? Ecclesiastes 8:5 all the way down to 8. Whoever keeps the command shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart knows both time and judgment. A wise man's heart knows the correct time and has discernment, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great on him. For he does not know what shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be? Wow. The misery, the things we go through are great. But it said, whoever keeps the command shall feel no evil thing. So at verse 7 it says, for he does not know what shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be? Who can really tell him? We don't know when it's gonna happen. We don't know when God gonna when He chose that point in time. We don't. Who can tell us? Nobody. There is no man who has power over the spirit to keep the spirit, nor power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war, nor shall wickedness deliver its owners. Wow. So man has zero power, that's what I'm saying. Because they don't have no power over the spirit, no power on the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war, nor shall wickedness deliver its owners. All this I have seen, and I have gave my heart to every work that is done under the sun. There is a time in which one man rules over another to his own hurt. Wow. So basically, this is all saying it's an appointed time for everything. And God knows for a reason. Wow. I'm telling you, that's deep. Now we gotta go to another verse. Luke 9:25. For what is a man profited if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? We know this is a very cliche verse, yes, but let's break it down again. This is definitely Jesus talking. So we definitely know, he's saying, he basically, some people do definitely take this part out of context. Luke 9:23 through 25. Yeah, people definitely do. And he said, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself. So, deny our flesh every day, take up our cross, which is a daily, secondly process. and take up his cross daily and follow me. Wow, I didn't even know that was coming, but I already, okay. And follow me. For whoever will save his life shall lose it. This life here is not life. It's temporary. That's what I got out of that verse. But whoever loses life shall, for he loses his life for my sake, he shall save it. Because, look, when you want to live for this world, that's one life. But when you want to live for Christ, just like that said, cats have 9 lives. When you have Christ, you have 1,000,000 lives, and you go to different levels to this. Why would you want to go to the weak side? You want to be on the weak team. So let's go to 25. So now he has that, for what is a man profit if he gains the whole world and loses himself or is cast away? What does a man gain out of gaining everything in the world, and then he just loses his soul and is just cast away by? That was nothing. Life was not that special. I remember Brother George told me, was like, look, okay, he said, if you had $100 million, and they said either you get $100 million right now for 24 hours and then you die, or you don't get $100 million and you just get to live your life, which one are you picking? I was like, wow. I picked instantly, I want my life. As temporary as this life, but it's not worth freaking gaining the whole world $100 million and dying in 1 hour. I mean, one day. Hell no. What are you gonna do with that much money? Blow it and do all retarded stuff. I can't even focus if I know I'm about to be dead. Like, I'd be like, now if I had to, okay, I might just go that crazy, but it's like, not for one day. Come on.